Imagine a world in which the echoes of former voices fade into insignificance, and in which the shadows of your past no longer govern your moves. You dwell on this planet, though right now you might not realize it. You are stronger without them. Let's investigate why, together. Sometimes we believe that our self-worth depends on the acceptance, affection, or presence of others else. We feel we must be entire only with their validation. Believing that without relationships, friendships, or even poisonous surroundings we would be incomplete, we find ourselves clinging to them. The hard truth is, though, the chains you believed were holding you back are the ones preventing you from flying. Whether people, relationships, or circumstances, these links, be they personal or situational, often drag you down. Consider all the times you have believed your life was negatively impacted by someone or that you couldn't move on. The incessant second-guessing, the manipulation, the quiet criticisms, all of which slowly persuade you that you are less than you really are. It's like attempting a marathon while toting a rucksack loaded with bricks. Their weight starts to define your world, and all of a sudden you find yourself gasping under strain. Still, the magic occurs here. Release those weights, cut the threads binding you to their negative energy, and you start to find a version of yourself buried all along. You are stronger than you ever would have thought you could be. Without their influence, you begin to view yourself in a fresh light, one that shines brilliantly with your own brightness and promise. Consider the freedom you would enjoy if you let go of your need for their validation. What if their absence allowed you to at last clearly hear your own voice, free from the distortion of their opinions and expectations? Suppose their leaving marked the start of a path for self-discovery and empowerment. Your own truths would define you instead of their impressions, by what you are able to do on your own terms. Many times we are the sum of the individuals we live among. You should review your network if you discover that people around you cause more doubt than confidence, or sorrow than pleasure. Your power comes from standing upright. With or without help, it does not come from depending on others. Their absence could simply be the impetus you need to recognize your actual ability. Think of it: each step you take away from their shadow advances you toward a more real, clear version of you. At first you can feel lost or confused, but that's just the old you releasing the weight of another person's influence. Welcome this ambiguity as evidence of development. Your discomfort is a clue that you are releasing yourself from limitations never really yours. Not least of importance is the force of self-belief. When people have often undercut your confidence, you start to question yourself easily. But your reality is not their doubt. You are carrying a store of strength just waiting to come to the surface. It's about realizing you don't need their affirmation to go forward, not about wiping the past or discounting the suffering. Every obstacle you have overcome and every fight you have engaged has been training you for this release. You have weathered their worst of their negativity. Now it is time to flourish in their absence. Starting with one small but significant insight: you are enough. Exactly as you are, your path to strength and self-reliance is laid. Their acceptance or presence does not help you to validate your value. Thus, keep in mind that you are stronger without them. Even as you stand on the brink of this next chapter, you can design a life that captures your actual self, in which case you decide your value, limits, and satisfaction. Knowing that the strength you are looking for has been inside you all along, approach this fresh beginning with confidence and bravery. Release what keeps you from moving forward and boldly enter a time when you will be the hero of your own life. Now is the moment to let that strength show through. You are stronger, brighter, and more capable than you have ever known.